Good morning, Debbie. Happy Monday. Good morning, Asia. Hey, Lily. Good morning. Excuse me. I have a frog in my throat this morning. How are you this morning, Lily? It was an okay weekend. I got to see some family that I haven't seen in a while, so it was an okay weekend. How about you? How was your weekend? I hope you had a good one. Hey, Allie. Oh, that's cool. Allie is going. It is going. I've had some epiphanies this weekend. I'm entering into a whole new world with parent caregiving, aren't I? Hey, JC. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about you, JC? Yeah, I know you know all about that, Allie. I remember. Or here I am. And so, how fitting our topic, the topic of the series about being on the edge. Here I am. See how that just kind of circles around. Thanks for liking the live, JC. You guys don't forget to get your daily heart me in. Send that message to TikTok that you guys are not bots. You are real people. Thank you, Allie. Thank you for the roses, JC. Thanks for liking the live, Lily. So how appropriate that we kind of talk about being on the edge. And today, we're going to wrap up that whole series. The picture may be the scenery may look a little bit grainy. And I'm going to explain to you why in just a couple of words. In 4 words. It's 29 degrees outside. Yes, I am inside. JC, I knew if anybody would get it, you would get it. You got it. See? We're neck and neck. Really, Lily? Yeah, it's a cold snap coming through. And yeah, it's gonna be cold like this for the next almost the whole of this week, and then it's supposed to rain on Thursday or Friday. So yeah, I just wanted to I just wanted to mention that. But we can still see the sun. We can still see the daylight come about. We can still see out. We might even have a chance to have a deer sighting too, being this close to the side. To the side. Hey Debbie. Welcome in, welcome in. Y'all, if y'all wouldn't mind taking a second and sharing out the live. I'm gonna share it to a couple of people. Share it to a couple of friends. Oh, hang on a second, you guys. I'm getting a restriction. It thinks it's a still picture, but it's not. It is actually looking outside. I don't know. Anyway, but I won't waste time with that. We'll get on with our thing. So like I was saying, yeah. Being on the edge of life, a life decision, a life change, a life situation can be a tough place to be. Ask me, I know. So today we're going to close out our series called The Edge. That space where you're no longer who you were, but you're not fully done becoming yet. This is the last part in the series. If you missed any of it, you can catch them all on my YouTube channel. Parts 1 and 2 are already posted. Parts 3 and 4 will be posted probably this week after I did some editing done. So over the past few conversations, we talked about desire, about standing without rushing, and then we talked about having the capacity to take on what it is that we want. And today, we're going to talk about what it means to cross that edge, but in the softest way possible, because that's what we're still about over here, that soft life. So just as a recap of what we talked about and just kind of like in detail, we started by naming desire, how it shows up quietly at the edge of your life. Then we talked about staying there long enough to listen and using what we find from listening as information to make decisions. And then we talked about capacity, making room for what we want. So today is not about forcing any movements. It's about honoring when movement is ready. It's about a time and space. That's what today is about. But if you take nothing else from today's message, this is what I want you to take. I'm going to read this and I want you to take this away from today's message. Crossing the edge doesn't require a leap. It requires alignment. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what that means. We talked about crossing the edge being like a big life decision or a big circumstance change. And we expect it to be so dramatic. We expect everything to be so big and a big brouhaha, and sometimes it's just not. Sometimes we just kind of coast right on into the next thing. And nobody even knows, for some of us, nobody even knows that the change is happening, that the situation is happening. It could look as simple as making a different choice without even really announcing it to anybody. Maybe you don't show up to Thanksgiving. Maybe you don't host the annual party. Maybe you don't go to the little cousin's birthday party. You don't want your kids to play with those kids. Or maybe you just don't RSVP. Or maybe you RSVP no with no explanation. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see about this restriction. I don't know what to do about it. Not sure. Good morning to anyone that I missed. Yeah, JC, I think it's telling me that I have a restriction. It thinks it's that I'm having a static picture, but it's not a static picture. I won't worry about it. Good morning. People do what they want to do. They do, and they really do. Good morning. Yeah, I see that one. Lord have mercy. What are we over here doing? What are we doing over here, JC? We're endangering life and limb, talking about life. Good morning. Right, seriously. LOL. But anyway, we'll get back to it. But we were just talking about how crossing the edge might just be a little bit quiet. It just looks like following a curiosity. Have you ever just had a thought in your mind and just wanted to see that whole thought out? It may be starting a new thing. It may be changing your style up a little bit, you know. Instead of this, I think I'm going to start wearing these, or I'm going to change my hair. Following a curiosity is taking you over an edge, taking you right across the border from thinking to doing. It's that quiet movement, but that quiet movement is still movement. Good morning. Why is such the sad faces? This is good vibes, good energy over here. Good morning, Bev. We're talking about being at the edge and going over. Thank you for grabbing your heart, me, Bev. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Happy Monday. And when we're at the edge and we're making that decision and we're going right over, it doesn't mean that we have to burn our old life down. It doesn't mean that we can't cross back over. I think that's what a lot of people get confused when they get to a turning point in their life. They're like, well, gosh, I can never go back. Yes, you can. If you need to go back and start over, you can. If you need to go back and just look at it from a different perspective, you absolutely positively can. And that's the truth. Yeah, Lily, that's a thing. That's a place to be. Because we talked about this a little bit last time about being quiet about our movement anyway. We're not announcing things in this season. Because we can also decide to turn around and go back, and we can also decide what we want to bring with us over on the edge. Over the edge, what we want to bring with us. We may want to bring all the gratitude that we have. We may not want to lose that gratitude, so that's from the old life, so you can take that with you. Be thankful for the past, for the things that make you who you are. And here's my favorite thing, and I want to get a little bit deeper into this. Discernment about what stays. Let's talk a little bit about discernment. Discernment is the ability to tell the difference between what still belongs in your life and what has finished its purpose. That's it. In this instance, that is what discernment means. It means that you can look at your data that you're getting, your emotions. You can look at that data and figure out what needs to go and what can stay. It's not judgment, it's not criticism, it's not cutting things off in anger. It's just clear seeing. That's it, that's all. That's how you exercise your discernment in this instance. Well, then you might say, what's the difference between discernment and reacting? Isn't it the same thing? Reacting would be more like, I'm done with all of that. I just don't want anything to do with any of that. When it still might be some good in it, and what your discernment should be saying to you is, some of this stuff still fits, and some of it doesn't. Taking what you're given, taking what you choose to take over with you and deciding what stays and what goes. When you're at the edge of your life, discernment might look something like, this role no longer serves me. Maybe it's your job, maybe it's your career. This might be getting into something or you might be already into something and you're trying to decide what goes and what stays, and you might decide that fast-paced life is not what you want anymore. So that fast pace that you're living, you may have to leave that behind. You might decide it's too fast for who you are right now. When you're looking at relationships, you might say this relationship has some value, but it can't come with me in the same way. Maybe this was somebody that you let in on every little tiny secret. But now, maybe you just need to move in a little bit more silence with this person. Maybe this person doesn't get a front row seat. Maybe they're in the balcony now. You know, that's how you have to imagine your life as you're on stage, right? And people want to see you. People want to be in your presence, but you get to decide where they seat. You get to make that seating chart. And the people that you want close to you, you put them in the front rows. And the people that you want to keep far away from you, you seat them accordingly. Where are they in your life? Are they in the balcony of your life, or are they in the mosh pit? Are they down there in there with it, with you in it? Or are they all the way up in the balcony where they have to just kind of see what's going on? Uh-oh. I hope they deny that. I didn't mean to do that. Good morning, Keisha. Welcome in, welcome in. And someone told the bounce. That's right. They don't get access to the show anymore. Some of them are outside in the alley waiting on you to walk off stage, trying to wait for you to slip so they can get access to you again. Now that is the truth. Now that is the truth. And it's not dramatic. It's just honest. It's just being honest. Where are people sitting in your life? Because you're about to make a life-changing decision for you. Their actions will have them sit. Yep. Then where they need. Yep. Where they need to be seats. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the taps. So that's all I kind of wanted to say about discernment. Because I think a lot of people think discernment is just kind of a knowing, but it's a knowing what is and what isn't. And I hope that makes sense. And you know, we always talk about action. And we need to let our nervous system lead the way. Let's see what she says. People sometimes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Grateful for discernment. Grateful for discernment. When movement is aligned, because remember, this is a journey of alignment. When movement is aligned, your body knows, your nervous system knows, because things are calmer, steadier, more grounded, less frantic, less rushed. Things just kind of flow. Yes, the nervous system tells all. Your body is keeping score. Remember that one book that we talked about? We had a book recommendation about the body keeps a score. Yeah, all those marks and all those things, those your body tells the tale, for sure. Because if it feels like panic, it might be pressure, and that's not where we're making decisions from. We are not making decisions from panic and fear. But if it feels like calm curiosity, it just might be readiness. It just might be you being ready to go ahead and take that leap. Remember, we're looking for everything that's soft. We're looking for the softest way possible to do things. Good morning, Sister Slim Bones. Thank you for the rose. Because even these little gentle actions, those things are still brave. Choosing yourself doesn't have to be loud to be courageous. Thank you for the likes. You do not have to prove to anything or to anybody you're becoming. You can do this quietly. You can do it behind the scenes. Or you can do it out loud. Or you can do it big. Because sometimes we are much. Because sometimes we are much. And we just kind of exude and we burst at the seams sometimes. Anybody know that feeling where you just feeling like you so on top of the world, you so good, you so big? Thank you, thank you, thank you for those roses. And you just kind of bursting at the seams. And you can do it that way too. It's all up to you. Just letting you know that if it's not big and bold and loud like that, it doesn't have to be. And the good thing about it is if you've made it to the edge, you're already in motion. All you got to do is keep going. All you got to do is keep going. Thank you for those TikToks, Bev. Good morning, Chanel. Thank you for grabbing your heart me. Hey, Ellen. If you are at the edge of your life, you are already in motion. And that's sometimes the hardest part, is to get going. And once you get going, man, sometimes you can just kind of get into this whole flow state. Because you've already listened, you've paused, you've created space. You're already crossing the edge. And you don't really need a finish line to validate that. So what feels ready to move quietly in your life? There's some things to think about. Where are some places that you're using discernment? What's coming with you and what's not? What does gentle courage look like for you right now? Thank you for the Go Popular. Thank you for the rose. Y'all ready for some affirmations? Y'all know what to do if we're ready for some affirmations. Yes. I love it, I love it, I love it. Those orange hearts. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Chanel. Thank you so much. Y'all fucking rock, I'm telling you. I am telling you, I got the best community. I've surrounded myself with so many loving people. Thank you all. Thank you all. JC, you had to be the oddball. Thank you, Bev. You can put whatever color heart you want in the chat. I'm still in silent courage. I never heard. I'm still on silent courage. I never heard. Silent courage. Yep. There you go, JC. That's how you do it. All right. So this is for part 4. This is these affirmations are going to join all the affirmations in the series together. And of course, you know, I'm going to post it onto my page so that you can go on the page and get it and screenshot it. Somebody told me last week that they were screenshotting it. That's sticking with you in 2026. Okay, silent courage. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't have to be loud, doesn't have to be big. It can be just that. All right, let's get into these affirmations. The first one is I trust myself to move gently and intentionally. We gotta have trust in ourselves because we can't ever guarantee what somebody else will do. But we can always guarantee what we will do. And so we have to be able to trust in that. Trust yourself to move gently and intentionally. I do not need to rush my becoming. It's not a race. No need to rush it, because if you skip some parts, that's where you're going to have problems. Trust me, I know. Don't skip the parts. Was so feeling like, I wanted to be numb to some things, and I just felt like if I just ignored certain parts of my healing, like feeling feelings and feeling emotions, that I could still get through to the other side, but it doesn't work that way. Not for me anyway. It didn't work that way. I will carry forward what still fits and release what doesn't. If it don't fit, don't force it. But whatever fits, whatever is still adjoined, whatever is still adjacent, whatever is still attached, take it with you. Take it with you. The next one is my steps can be quiet and powerful. There you go, Lily. My steps can be quiet and powerful. There's an affirmation for what you're carrying into 2026. Yes, yes. I honor my growth with patience and grace. I honor my growth with patience and grace. Did one of those affirmations hit for you? Did one of those affirmations make you think a little bit deeper about where you are in life right now? As you could take these affirmations and use them and to help keep you grounded in those thoughts. Keep you grounded in that feeling. Ellen said all of them. Yeah, I feel you on that. But I think my favorite one was my next step can be quiet and powerful. So just in closing, yeah, that was yours too, Lily. Yeah, that one hit for me. Because a lot of times we try to make it big and powerful, and we think powerful has to be loud, and it absolutely does not have to be. Quiet and powerful. So just remember, the edge is not a place where you rush through. It's a place where you learn how to trust yourself. Thank you, JC. The edge is a place where you trust yourself. If this series gave you the language for where you are, clarity about what you want, or permission to move gently, then it's done its job. Then this whole series has done what it was supposed to do. It's supposed to help you identify the desire. It's supposed to help you with clarity. It was supposed to help you with capacity. And JC, if you're still able, you can take that person and put them outside of the club. They can get blocked. All their access can be denied. You don't have to leap. You don't have to announce. You just need to keep choosing yourself. One honest step at a time. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for sitting on the edge with me. I hope you enjoyed this series. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ellen. It was a pleasure. It was so deeply personal. And I hope that that it hit you in the same way. I hope you got something out of it that you could seriously take, and that it applies to a part of your life. Used capacity yesterday with a family member. It works. Oh wow, that's awesome. Oh, you are so welcome, Lily. That's real cool, Ellen. And that's the whole thing about it, y'all. We have to learn how to use the tools that we have. Use tools that's in our toolbox so we can, maneuver through people. Because it gets hard sometimes. It really, really does. It just gets, heavy. It reaches beyond my capacity. Thank you for the rose, Chanel. So I hope everybody has the kind of week plan that they want, that they deserve. Don't have a whole lot planned for this week. It's going to be very, very cold out, so we'll just be here hunkered down at the house. because the temperature is going to drop. I can't believe TikTok gave me a violation for such a beautiful view. I don't get it. Yeah, it's so cold. Oh, okay. How long does that take? No cabin fever allowed. Why? Gotta keep the HOA off my back. That's right. Maybe 3 or 4 hours. Okay, that's what I'm like, man. I don't know, JC. All those beautiful lights. I would be pressed to want to keep them up. But I guess not if the HOA doesn't allow it. Don't be like me. Don't be a rule breaker like me. $30 after the holiday. And by the holiday they mean the first of the year for January 1, New Year's Day, that holiday. Good morning, Royce. Long time no see. 25th of December. Wow. Okay, well, I guess you better be busy. Yeah, okay. That's a lot of work. I hope you have them up in a way that they come down easy. I'll be inside the house thinking about you while you're outside. Well, y'all, happy Monday. Today is a new day. This is a new week. Start to a new week. New work week for some. But y'all have a good day, and I will see you all on Wednesday, same time. Take a bow, host, because I'm giving you a standing ovation. Oh, thank you so much, Lily. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I might do more series. Don't forget, if you missed any parts of the series, you can catch them on my YouTube channel. Blessings to you, Royce-Ann. Well, y'all have a great day and a great start to the rest of the week. And I will see you all on Wednesday, bright and early, 6:30 a.m. Central Time, from the window, because it's going to be cold yet again on that day, unless something drastic changes. And hopefully we don't get a violation on this time. I'm going to go and check out those restrictions, JC. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Take care. Don't forget, dream big. So big it scares you. Oh yes, you do too. Live bold, so bold people think you crazy. I got that, Sister Slim Bones. Because I am not going out there to freeze. Nope, not doing it. See, see. JC too. JC too. See what I'm saying? Birds of a feather flocking. Yes, we are. We grown. Y'all crack me up. I set myself up for that one though. Y'all take care. I'll see you on Wednesday.